Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying the PMDG DC-6 or the Douglas 6B, which I guess, which I'm pretty certain is the passenger version. And as you can see, it's pretty shit weather here in Edmonton, and we are doing a bit of a short hop down to Kelowna. I'm probably butchering that. We see Kelowna pronunciation. How do they pronounce that? Kelowna. Interesting. Oh, you can choose between American or British. Let's do an American one.
Kelowna.
Kelowna. Okay. Funny addition with the with Google. But yeah, so a very short hop. We're flying for Canadian Xpress. And what else? I think this might be the first flight with the DC-6 since I added PBR, so it looks much nicer. The only thing is that the light, the interior light, looks a bit wonky during the night because it kind of goes through the airframe. But yeah, apart from that, nothing specific to mention. Pretty cool, as you can see. The is it the maple leaf? What's the Canadian? Let me see, Canadian flag leaf. Yeah, maple leaf. So we have the maple leaf, the red one, and at the tail as well. And yeah, generally a pretty nice livery, a bit vintage one, or I would assume this is a vintage look that they're going for. But I've noticed with with a lot of their aircraft, it's a bit kind of dependent on the aircraft in terms of how the livery looks. But I would say this one looks pretty nice. For some reason this one lights up quite a bit more than the aircraft itself, which actually has me questioning if this airport has true PBR. I'm gonna assume it doesn't actually. So that's a bit of a bummer. That's easily fixable though. There's usually someone who's fixed it beforehand, so just something that needs to be done at some point. But yeah, not much else to mention. 4 nice radial engines. A nice flight that we're only going to be flying with VOR. So if I jump into the aircraft, you'll see that I removed the GPS. I thought that, you know, if you're going to fly these old school ones, better fly them the OG way. But other than that, it's basically the same aircraft. Yeah, look at that beautiful maple leaf there as well. Yeah, very nice actually. They've added all these small things to the livery. I think we have, let me see. Yeah, you can put on these lights, but we need to put battery, etc. on for that to work. But I think what we can do next, actually just show you the pilot to ADC one. So we're here at Edmonton. We're parked here precisely. I'll actually, let me just zoom out. You can see it's a very straight flight. So we have some VR points. It's not going to be interesting, no twists and turns, but just kind of straight here into the mini one, and then towards Kelowna, and we'll land here at runway 16. And these are 2 new airports I got, so I got both Kelowna and Edmonton from Flight Sim Studios. And then I got the Orbex Northern Rockies, the Orbex Land Class Edition, which covers most of these this area here. A bit in the northern US as well, but I have photo reel there, so I mainly got it for Canada, because I kind of want to keep Canada, or at least these parts of Canada and Alaska, so keep it without the photo reel so I can have the winter. I'll probably get the Orbex ones for Alaska as well at some point, but then I'll just keep, yeah, not to add any photo reel unless it comes with an airport add-on. But yeah, let's connect to the sim with Pilot ADC, and then we'll start setting up our aircraft. We can do, we're not going to use GSX, I've set that up appropriately anyway, but we can do Luke air tool just to get the, or I guess we'll get the descent rate from the Canadian Xpress A-car system, but it's always nicer to also get it from this one. That's fine. We can just pick the generic one, generic English, start. And we're also connected, but interestingly, oh yeah, it's because I don't have any radios on. Let's start the boarding process and do the generic boarding audio. Or can we shut that? Doesn't seem like we can. Well, I guess we'll have to listen to the... It's not that loud, fortunately. But okay, we have the boarding. What I'm gonna do is... I think we can do everything with the battery, right? Well, let me check. I'm just gonna switch quickly from the radio to the clearance delivery. We'll ask for IFR clearance.
Clearance delivery. Canadian 4003 ready to copy IFR clearance.
Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, we got a departure.
Canadian 4003 is cleared to Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey. Fly the CYEG to departure then as filed.
Okay, so now I just need to see
Expect
through
departure
Chart
runway
Fox
30.
if we can fly this departure.
Climb to 9,000 feet via the departure.
9,000
Expect higher clearances
feet.
5 minutes
I
after
don't
departure.
think we have anything where
Edmonton
we can
International departure on 133.65.
put that in though.
Squawk for 502.
And what did we get? CYEG 2 departure.
Canadian 4003 is cleared to Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey. Fly the CYEG to departure then as filed. Climb to 9,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 5 minutes after departure. Edmonton International departure
I can't
on
actually see it.
133.65.
Let me see, what's
Squawk
the...
4502.
Well, that wasn't too interesting. Okay.
Canadian 4003
We can
read back correct.
fly that.
QNH is
That's not gonna be an
1006.
issue.
Contact Edmonton
'Cause we're taking
International
off from
ground
runway
on
30.
121.7. When ready for pushback, enjoy your morning.
One thing we need to change is to the US units of
QNH
measure.
is 1006. Ground on 121.7. Canadian 4003.
Okay, let's jump back to or away from Edmonton. I don't think we need to check anything there. I want it to be on Kelowna so that we are prepared. Let's see, I've written down the VORs, so that's good.
We're looking at the 23 and we've taken from Echo.
It's relatively quick to get started this one, so that's pretty nice. Let's see. Let's put all of these on. There we go. That one as well. Let's get all of these tools on so we can utilize them.
Troop 181 at gate 20, ready for push and start.
Let's check actually what did we get in terms of transponder. Squawk 4502. 4502. 4502.
181 with you on Fox short of runway 14.
Swoop 181 tower, continue cross runway 14, line up runway 23.
Plus 14 and continue line up runway 23, Swoop 81.
Okay. Oh, wait, let me actually pause just really quickly. I need to answer an email. Okay. Let's see. So we are starting all the thingamabobs, and what we need to do, I'm just gonna check quickly all these settings, because you have all these different things. You can have flight engineer, etc. We're not gonna use that because it's a bit more fun. It's a bit sucky because you have these old radios, but they don't really work. So let me see if I do a clean pedestal.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It does look a
welcome
bit
aboard
better,
Express.
yeah.
If I could ask everyone to stow their cabin bags under the seat in front of them.
Let's do the
or
clean
even
one
the
since
front
the
seat.
old ones don't
We are
really
preparing for
add
a
anything. I'm also gonna check, do I
Please
have...
take your seats
Yeah,
and
look at that, I
fasten
have
your
the
seat.
weather ship add-on. Not gonna use that because we're not flying over the ocean, but always nice to see. What else, what else, what else? Can you check voltage? Probably somewhere, right? For the batteries, etc. Okay, so what do we need to do? We basically need to start and get the hell out of here. I think that's the main thing. Let me see, emergency, nothing there. Seat belt entrance, main position. We can do the steady lights. That's the red and the green. But I do wonder if Edmonton doesn't have the dynamic lights. I'm gonna assume Kelowna will neither have that. So yeah, probably something to check. It's a bit bummer how some of these airports for P3D version 5 aren't even using the features available, unfortunately. Let's check the... Yeah, we can get the instrument light red working. I'm gonna put it on just to make sure we have it, in case it gets a bit darker once we get pushed back. Did I open one of the... Oh, the window there. Okay, that's the red light. Might have a switch somewhere else as well. Let's open these cowl flaps completely, and that's gonna help with starting the engines. And then let's just have a quick look here. Yeah, that should be the final red one that we need in order to be ready. Okay, let's have a look here. Looking fine, I think everyone's on board. We can ask for pushback and engine start.
Ground. Canadian 4003 ready for pushback and engine start.
We'll hide most things.
Canadian 4003, this is Edmonton International Ground, go ahead.
The wheel chocks we can remove, pitot covers will close. All of the doors. I think we're waiting for the stairs to come up before we can close the front one. There we go. Okay. Looking good. One thing, let's just check what tools we have. So we do have AVR. And all of this looks to be pretty modern within quotations. We're going to be flying at 220 course.
You don't need the approach lights to 32 and 5 on?
220.
I'm not quite sure if they're fake for those right now or not, Grant. Let me check.
And let's check what the altimeter settings are. I also moved actually away from the volumetric clouds, because I do feel like I want to see that those weather changes and the weather radar. Not gonna make any sense, or it doesn't impact anything with this aircraft, but with some of the other ones. Okay, 29er72. Yeah, let's put that in. 29er72. So a bit of a lower barometric pressure. We have light rain. We have an overcast at 8,000 feet. The interesting part is, what do we have at our destination? 1,500. And what does that mean in terms of doing an approach for runway 16? That means could be problematic, actually. Because the minimums, the airport is though at a level of let me see, where do you see 1,400? So technically there, I mean, let's see what the ILS is for this one. It's what two. This could be at the edge, but let's do it anyway. I mean, maybe it will get better. I'm gonna actually check windy. Let me bring it up. Let's move away from Europe. And I'm using it on my hardware EFPs, that's why you can't see it. And we're going into Kelowna, and we are looking at clouds today. And there is definitely some nasty clouds here around. What about satellite? That will show us if we have any. It's not completely covering everything, but it looks bad. It's a huge weather front. Maybe not a front, but it's an overcast covering a lot of the US as of right now. Basically only the southwest of the US without cloud coverage. Something to keep in mind. But okay, I think we did ask for... Oh, sorry, we need to just do ready for a pushback because it doesn't work otherwise.
Ground.
Goddamn pilot
Canadian
ADC.
4003 ready for pushback.
Okay, let's get GSX.
Canadian 4003 pushback approved.
Do we want to request
Pushback
de-icing treatment?
Canadian 4003.
No. Can't be bothered with the icing thingamabob. Let's see here, we have some cabin heater masters. Guess we can put those on. Let me just check if we have any other cockpit temperature. We can probably put that a bit warmer. We'll put on the beacon, and then to start the engines, I like to put all of these ignition switches to both, just to save a bit of time. And then we'll do the third one first. Then we'll just need to do a quick check up here, check if there's something we're missing. The supercharger, I'm not actually too certain how to use that one, so that's gonna be interesting. Because let me just check here, we have the throttle levers. That's the marker beacon, that's the mixture ones, right? So I guess we would want to go off auto rich or whatever it's called. And now we're on idle cutoff. I'm just gonna put them on auto rich immediately. I've noticed it usually works a bit better. We can do a turn to the right, I think. So nose right. Yeah, release parking brakes. Let's just have a look on the outside. Looking fine. Let's start the safety one. Okay. We'll be fine. Let's do the third one. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Not alternate generators.
We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight, as we may experience turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate.
Ground Jazz 998 ready to taxi.
In some cases,
998 ground runway 14. Actually, the wind is 190 at 20 gusting 28. 14 or 23 for you.
Okay, nothing.
What works better for you?
Probably runway 23. Yeah, 998, thanks. Runway 23, taxi, Golf and Echo. There's 9,000.
Let's try number 2.
Feet from there, unless you want full length, and tower 1184 when you're ready.
Golf Echo works for us, so we'll taxi Golf Echo short. I'll up over to tower holding short. 998.
Let me see, maybe I forgot some of these. Yeah, we can put those. Could also be that we can't start if we don't have the ground.
if you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist the other person.
No, that should all be on. Let's do one by one, see if we have a better chance. Could it be the fuel? What are these at? Yeah, because they were selected off, that's the problem. We want to do the main ones. Okay, so I know the problem, that's why. So I guess we did follow. We'll do... okay, we can't say that we haven't successfully started them, so I guess we'll wait. Now it sounds correct.
Stop 40 ground, proceed across, runway 13 via route whiskey, hold short, runway 18.
Well, it did sound correct, so... Still no luck though. Okay, our... Okay, let's see. We wanna get the third one started. Come on. Is it the weather maybe? Maybe with the prime. Could be. We have all of these open, is that maybe the problem? I thought you wanted the call flaps to be fully open. Let me just check all of these.
Winnipeg ground, Skyr 750 on April 2 taxi. 750 ground, runway 36 for departure, center 2995, taxi by Charlie for runway 36. Charlie for 36, Skyr 750.
Now this is the crossfeed ones, right? Okay, so not those. At least highly unlikely that it's those. Let's see then. Let's do another attempt at this. Just checking, have I forgotten anything? Okay, let's see if we have ground power. Let's put that on. And let's just try. We'll do the fourth engine.
Just pushed off the gate to use doing a start there. Taxi via Victor and just hold in the entrance. Victor and hold in the entrance there, Canada 625. 12.
Oh, look at that. Not really any luck. Wait, let me go and check if there's something I need to do for the winter ops. Okay, I think I finally figured it out. Took me a lot longer than I thought, but let's start maybe with engine 4. Give it that to both. Shut these other ones. I think the issue was that I put these fuel switches to not fully forward, even though I thought I had. So let's try here. We'll put the pumps on for number 4, and then we can... Let me see, these ones... I guess these should be up, right? Not down. But let's... I was clicking a lot of switches. I put on the ground power as well, so let's see if that helps. We'll put the prime a bit earlier. See if that helps. Okay, there we go. I think it started. I did see some smoke. And yeah, it looks like it has started. We're seeing RPM, etc. So that's good. But yeah, so the thing is, just remember to put these to the main. I think mine were stuck on the alternate ones. I actually need to check that. I didn't, because I did put quite a low amount of fuel. Do you want to start with the alternates, or do you want to do the main ones first? Let me just, I was googling a lot of forums to see. Main or alternate tanks DC-6.
Ground perimeter trainer 7 on Victor for apron 4.
Perimeter trainer 7 ground taxi, Victor Hotel to the apron.
Trainer 7.
God damn it. Let me see. Okay, so don't run your mains dry in flight. Okay, you should burn out of your alts before the mains. Okay, that's fine. Let's try to do that. Let's do number 1 then as the next one will start. Since it's cold, we'll prime on 3. And I think we had a successful start on the number 1 engine as well, so that's good. Let me check if the ACAR system has... yeah, looks good. It's weird because it wouldn't let me select the DC-6 because it's only available in P3D version 4. So a bit of a weird limitation. Okay, let's do number 2. Maybe I put the prime a bit too late now. We'll know if... Ah! It looks like it has started. So that's good. Let's see what else. Number 3. Okay, this one will be interesting. Okay, everything is ready.
Ground, good morning, West 831 for 9. West 831, ground taxi Victor,
And I think we had a successful start on that one as well. Happy days. That's what we need. Let's, since we're getting everything rolling now, what we'll do is ask for taxi clearance. Ready to taxi.
Ground. Canadian 4003 ready to taxi.
What else do we need to do? I think you do usually
Canadian
have
4003
some flaps,
taxi
right?
to runway 30 via Victor, Oscar,
So let's put on some
hold
flaps.
short runway 30.
We can also
Taxi to
turn
runway
off, I
30
think, the
via
booster.
Victor, Oscar, Alpha. Hold short runway 30 Canadian
Put this
4003.
generator switches to on. Go to plane battery. Do we need to turn this off, or will this turn off all the... I was afraid if that means we're draining the battery instead of the generators, but maybe we can keep it on simultaneously. Here is actually the voltage. So we can see all this info. Interesting, number 2 and number 1. Well, maybe it's only necessary to have some of them. Or maybe that's how the system is supposed to work, I guess. Da, da, da. Okay, I guess we can keep as is. On that one, we have the auto feather tests. We have the... let me just check quickly. Anything else we need to do? Entrance, beacon, position, flash. We have water injector pumps. We will likely not need that though. We can do the oil dilution, probably not relevant for this flight. And I guess that's diluting the oil. Which I presume has certain benefits. Carburetor de-ice. Let's actually give some carburetor heat. You can see it's pretty cold. You can do 20%. That's the good thing about seeing the text, 'cause it makes it much easier to align these with each other. Okay, and let's see, 20%. We can also bring these down. Takeoff settings. Now let's have a look here. Okay, we're seeing the heat coming up, but not enough. Let's do 48 on the carburetor heats. Yeah, that should be good. Hopefully it's enough. And then what else do we need to do? I'm actually wondering if we need to use the DI. I'm not sure how well modeled it is. Because everything else is looking pretty okay. Maybe number 3 runs a bit... Oh no, that's because I probably haven't aligned the... But yeah, here you can see the problem, right, with the little red thing coming out of the front. It's gonna go away once we get to darker, or not darker, but lighter. Get a lighter sky. And once we go away from night into dawn and morning. Da, da, da. Yeah, we want to put those speed on screw heaters. Max ground operation 1 minute. Okay, so maybe not now. But let's remember that one. Taxi lights is here, right? But we only have landing lights. Okay, noted. Temperatures are looking better, but let's be a bit careful once we start taxiing. We got our taxi route, so it's basically going left all the way down and then left all the way down. Okay, let's see, we do have a tiller, so that's gonna help us a bit. We've put in the right settings for the flaps. What about trim though? Let's see, we are... maybe we can put a bit of trim, but nothing too crazy. Okay, and we're on our way. But yeah, unfortunate with the non-dynamic lights working. Because that would have looked good. Okay, what else do we need to consider? DME, do we have that? We have N1. What are these on now? Alternate, alternate, alternate. I'll presume that's fine to use. Hopefully. Okay, we're gonna turn here, then right. Maybe we can add a bit more. Hey, look at that Lexus commercial. The city's calling, the all-new Lexus UX. We have a few aircrafts here. What's that, Swoop? Something like that? We have WestJet here to our right. Let's actually see with the prop, can we control the prop with our switch? We can. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's fine. We want to turn right here, and then we are gonna do a left turn pretty directly. Let's see if I put on these. Do we see anything? There we go. I need some visual to do the taxiing. At least these lights are working very nicely. Yeah, you can see how dark it kind of got in here, so... And the map light helps a bit actually. Let's put that on. Let's check how it looks. Yeah, a bit more red around, but we'll take that. Looks okay from the inside. And we're seeing some, is it snow on the ground? That looks pretty, or ice maybe? That looks pretty cool. Let's see, it's gonna be a bit harder to follow because you can't see colors when you're flying in the red. So that's something to keep in mind. Plus that's gonna make it a bit more difficult to control the autopilot as well. It's not a difficult autopilot, but it's definitely not the easiest one. Okay, I will do a left turn here. But yeah, very nice with these ice or snow or whatever it's supposed to be on the ground. They do make pretty good airports, FSM Studios. They are, I would say, one of my favorite developers in that regard. Because it's just solid and usually there's not a lot of tweaking you need to do. And I think I have all of their airports except Calgary, which I think is no longer on sale. Okay, let's see. Anything else that we need to consider? I think the main thing is about the de-ice, all of that sort of things. Plus all of these manifold pressures, the RPM, so we definitely want to be lower than 25. So we don't want to push the engines too hard. And what was we got the climbing clearance to 9,000. Let's check, did we get the right... Yeah, we have the right TCAS, but do we have it set? Yeah, look at that. Now it's changing. And we should have it at... Let me see, 4502. 4502. Okay, we have that set. Good, good, good. I'm also gonna actually turn on, just so I don't forget, the flashing position lights already. A bit early, but that's fine. What viewpoints did I have on this one? Okay, some okay ones. But yeah, it's a bit of a long taxi. But maybe good to get the engines warmed up. We'll just need to look a bit at these, the carb, air, etc. Make sure it doesn't go too hot. But it looks pretty okay now. Okay, let's get back with the tiller. I used to have the tiller on the right side, but now I have my, or tiller, but my joystick, the 3D, the Logitech 3D Extreme one. Now I have it on my left side, so it makes it a bit harder to do things simultaneously, for better or worse. Okay, let's see here. We are continuing to taxi down this long taxiway, and we're gonna take off here on the right.
73 ground, runway 20, taxi by around your discretion.
We have about 1/3 left. We're taxiing relatively rapidly. We're gonna turn left. We're now heading or tracking or heading at a course, or I guess you call it a course of 12. or 120, but we're gonna be going 30, so we're taking off from runway 30, and then we'll be turning left to 220. And we're gonna be flying for that one for not that long actually. And now I actually realized I need to write that down because I'm gonna have huge issues otherwise. Let me check, we'll brake here. I'm gonna throttle down a bit. And let me get my sim brief open just to check the distances. 19, 52, 91 or 80, something like that. And let me double check and verify it with pilot to ADC. Yeah, a bit different according to pilot to ADC. That's 12 nautical miles. Then it is 67 nautical miles. And then we're doing 174 nautical miles. And then after that we still have 44 nautical miles to runway 16, assuming we get that runway. Okay. Let's turn to the right and then turn to the right again, and then we can take off. I might have to pause this at some points because I realized with this crude autopilot we can't really leave it flying by itself. I mean, we can try, but it's not going to go too well.
Canadian 4003 contact Edmonton International Tower on 127.4.
Okay, contact tower.
Tower on 127.4. Canadian 4003. Tower, Canadian 4003 ready for departure.
Let's get the
Canadian 4003 winds are 295 and 2 knots.
Here, the
Runway
PDO.
30 cleared for takeoff, squawk 4502.
Because we don't want to lose that info once we get
Runway
going.
30 cleared for takeoff, squawking 4502 Canadian 4003.
It's a bit over 100 knots, I would say,
Canadian
that you normally take off
4003
with.
negative. You are cleared to land on runway 30.
Well, thank you, but I don't need to land, I need to take off. Okay. So we're gonna take off, and we should just go a bit ahead, and then we'll start turning left to get onto the right course of 20 or 220. Okay, let's get lined up. Looking good, looking good. Or good enough at least. Let's put on the fuel pumps, usually you do that with these old birds. Anything else? You know, there's always something I'm forgetting, but let's do the prop de-icer at least. Anything else? Values are looking fine, generally speaking. That's good. And what do we wanna be below? 25 on the RPMs. Manifold pressure 50. I think these are some of the. So you probably wanna be at around 50 and then decrease it a bit. Okay, let me see what we're getting now. Oh wait, I think I know the issue. Do we have one of these here? How did you get that? I think it's the lock, right? Wait, let me pause so I don't take up much more time. There we go. It was the big red one. I usually remember it, but not this time around. But at least we got it now, so now we should be able to take off. So let's just give a bit of power, turn a bit to the right. One thing we need to check, and I'll have to remember myself, is the the fuel with the alternates. So we have considerably less fuel in those, in the alternate tanks compared to the main one. Okay, let's do this for takeoff. Should be pretty quick, we're not that heavy, 65 packs, about 8,000 pounds of fuel. Okay, almost at 100 knots. Now let's have it go a bit faster before we take off. 120, now the nose is coming up. Let's gently push it up. There we go. We have a positive rate of climb. We'll get the gear up. Yeah, it would look very nice unless, or without the red thing at the front, but apart from that, it looks good.
Number 1768, our contact departure 13365, airborne wind.
Let's trim it down a bit more. We'll go flap 0. Continuing, come on, how much do I need to trim it? Okay.
Canadian for 003, turn left to heading 215, then direct to Edmonton VOR.
Turn left to heading 215,
Let's bring
then
the
direct to
prop back.
Edmonton VOR. Canadian 4003.
Okay, heading 215. There we go. 215, then direct to Edmonton VOR. Okay, we need to trim down a lot. Okay, we are turning. Okay, let's not push the engines too much. Okay, at 215. Hard to find a good trim.
Canadian 4003, contact Edmonton International departure on 133.65.
Departure
Okay, we
on
can start to stabilize.
133.65. Canadian 4003.
Look at this weather, looks awful.
Departure Canadian 4003. Climbing to 9,000 feet.
Canadian 4003, this is Edmonton International departure, go ahead.
Can we see it? How does this work? I'm not picking anything. Oh, because we probably haven't put it to active. God damn it. 1-1, this is number 1, so that's gonna be 1176, right? Now we should be picking it up, which we are. We're still climbing. You can see a bit of the ground below. It's snowy. And let's think of the things we need to turn off. That's the fuel pumps. And we also need to... we can turn off the landing lights. I think we can keep the coal flaps as is. We'll soon follow up on that. So we're trying to get back on the course. You can see we're kind of chasing it here, but we're not gonna cheat, so we're gonna remove that. But just to kind of visualize it for you guys. And look at that. We are starting to get above the weather. And now we can see the nice, and this is the thing, right? We don't see cirrus or stratus clouds with the volumetric ones. So that's one of the benefits of flying with the 2D clouds, actually. Okay, and now the question is, where do we see our fuel quantities? Here we have alternates. And these are the mains. So let's try to push these ones to the end. Yeah, that's looking good. Oh, and now we went past it quite quite a lot actually. So let's try to turn back. Yeah, some houses that are being seen through, so they are on the wrong. I think it's alpha channel that
Canadian
affects that.
4003 contact Edmonton Centre on 134.7.
But yeah, looks pretty damn good. Maybe
Center
it's time
on
to...
134.7. Canadian 4003.
I just wish we didn't have that ugly red thing. Problem is I can't really
Center
shut it.
Canadian 4003. Climbing to 9,000 feet.
Maybe if we hide it like this, we can get a nice one.
Canadian 4003 climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
So you're gonna get a pretty nice view with the...
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Canadian
with the sun there in the
4003.
background coming up. Okay, let's see. Still chasing the needle. I wanna see if we can get the gyro pilot to work. So we can do localizer or gyro pilot or approach. We'll do localizer. In order to get it to work, we need to activate it. And I think it's this one, right? Or is it this one? No, that's the autopilot one. Wait, but I think I remember we need to... There was something you needed to do. Maybe you needed to keep it on gyro pilot in order... I need to Google again. Been too long since I flew this one. Okay, let's try to turn a bit to the right again. The risk is, of course, that we already flew past it, actually. So that could explain why we have it on the right now. The next one is YRM, and that's 114.3. So let's put that in and see what we get. 114.3. And we're supposed to do a course of 219, so we're not talking about a big difference, but a small one. And we're almost kind of perfectly on it, actually, so that's nice. Let me just check here. PMDG DC-6 autopilot activate. Okay, so in order to get it activated, gyro pilot up. Okay, so it should be on gyro pilot, that's good. I think we want to actually get the prop down even further. Yeah, something like this maybe. The question I have is with the turbocharger and moving from auto rich to lean, right? We should do that at some point. And now I just need to realize where's that one switch, right? I Let's trim a bit. We're looking to be on track. Now let me see actually, can we see the DME here? 21 minutes, 57, decreasing. Perfect. That's what we need. And soon it will be light enough outside so we can close this the red light. But now yeah, just need to figure out the autopilot. We have this one. Let's just check here. Carb air is definitely not warm enough. So let's get these ones. Yeah, maybe not shut those. That's not gonna go well. 64, 64, 64, and so that's good. I'm pretty sure it's this one, right? The mechanic. There we go. Okay, so you need to put that on before and then you switch that on. And now we're on heading. And we can do localizer. And we can do altitude hold, right? Let me see what it's gonna try to do. Will it be able to follow the VR? Okay, looking pretty good. Come on, turn a bit to the left now. Yes, we should have checked there to see the nautical miles, if they were or increasing from the last VR. But yeah, things are always happening much faster with these older aircrafts, specifically when you're flying a 3-man crew by yourself. Fuel is fine, but they are decreasing pretty quickly, specifically the second and the third alternate. Which I assume is the second engine and third engine alternates. And we are climbing up to 16,000 feet, which is going to be pretty soon. Actually, we have a cruise altitude set for 2,400, which I don't think we can do. Let me see, DC-6 cruise. Between 10 to 20, we'll do 16,000, we can't go higher than that. It's gonna be crazy hard. Okay, let me see. Does this altitude control work? We pushed it down. Yeah, look at that. So it does work, that's nice. Or is it going back? No, it does look to have stayed. Now it's going back. Because the question I'm having is if we do altitude control. Let's see, altitude control. Can we climb, or is that the basically...
Canadian 4003 climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Yeah, okay, so that means that we get stuck. Okay,
Climb
good.
and maintain 14,000 feet.
Well, we're almost
Canadian
at 14,000 feet.
4003.
Okay, let's have a look. It's looking
Canadian
better now.
4003
But we
climb
can
and
prep
maintain
a
flight
bit.
level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200. Canadian 4003.
Let's request a new
Center.
altitude.
Canadian 4003 request new altitude of
And
16,000
we should
feet.
probably go on lean. So let's see if we do
Canadian 4003 climb
Auto
and maintain
lean.
16,000 feet.
what that means in practice.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Canadian 4003.
PM25 for auto lean. Okay, that's not good.
Canadian 4003 contact Edmonton Center on 134.3.
Okay, I still have some
Center
things
on
to learn.
134.3. Canadian 4003.
So BMF too high, so we wanted to get lower before we can go on auto lean. Okay.
Center Canadian 4003. Climbing to 16,000 feet.
Okay, that's good. So they have accepted 16,000
Canadian
feet.
4003, this is Edmonton Center, go ahead.
I mean, now we're no longer in the clouds, right? So I don't think we need to have the icing. We're following the localizer. We are climbing to 16,000 slowly and carefully. Maybe we can close these ones a bit more actually. Oh wait, let's why can't I do that? Let me check. This is a new one. I can't change anything within the sim. This is very weird actually. Can we do anything? Did I? No, we do wanna. This is okay. Now we have the window back. And let's see if I can at least save this somewhat.
Canadian 4003 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Canadian 4003.
Okay, so something is something is not working as it's intended. Wait a second, I'm gonna stop recording quickly and see if I can fix it. Okay, it's back now. That was strange. Just like a black box it appeared and then covered the screen and then it just went away. No clue actually what was causing that.
Canadian 4003 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Okay, we'll climb again.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Canadian 4003.
Let me check if we can climb though. I'm gonna take manual control and get this bird up. Oh yeah, that was strange. Could it be pressurization? Like hypoxia or some sort of effect? You know, maybe I didn't put on the... Yeah, cause look at that, now it's back. Cabin pressure, maybe I didn't put... Yeah, look at this, the differential. It's coming up. Cabin, flight. Yeah, look at this. This is the problem.
And maintain 16,000 feet.
Okay. Let's
Climb
assume it's
and
related
maintain
to that.
16,000 feet. Canadian 4003.
If it is related to that, pretty cool though. Good way to see the effects. Why did we lose the 1143? Fuel quantity is still fine. What's the next one? 1152. Well, let's see if we can get something. When we put that in.
Canadian 4003 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Let's turn these off.
Climb and
Okay, now
maintain
it's smooth again.
16,000 feet.
So could it
Canadian
have just been...
4003.
Now we don't want to descend, we actually want to climb. That's the... And we are climbing. And now we have... and now we have it working again. Okay, but we're flying at 217, okay. Okay, let's see if we can climb back to 16,000. I think the issue was cabin pressure. That would explain why we got this weird effect. But yeah, at least we survived. But yeah, interesting
Canadian 4003
way of
climb
doing
and
it.
maintain 16,000 feet.
Okay, let me see if
Climb
I
and maintain
put
16,000
the
feet.
gyro
Canadian
pilot
4003.
or do I need... I need to put that off as well. Now we can put that on. Then we can put that on. Now we can go to localizer. Okay, and we are climbing now towards 160. Well, we're actually a bit off now. Are we going for the right one? It is 1152. Is it not? 1152. Yeah, it does look to be the one. But did we pick the wrong course for that? No, it's supposed to be 217. Okay. So why are we not following it? Let me actually switch back. Yeah, because look at that. That's giving us a much more reasonable. And now we're gonna be turning right. I hope. Yeah, it looks like we're turning right. But let's force it, maybe we can do that. Maybe that's a bit too far away, to be honest. Okay, let's do a check again. Bit cold. Time to put these up. Fuel. We are closely running out, but we're not there yet. And I want to check how to use the turbos, the engine supercharger. That's the thing I want to know a bit more about. So what we'll do is we'll go to the setting, PMDG DC-6, turbocharger. Okay, let's see. So
Canadian 4003, you are off course. Turn right to heading 250 to return to course.
Heading 250. Canadian 4003.
okay, let me see if we push up the manifold pressure a bit.
Canadian 4003 turn right to heading 250.
Heading 250, Canadian 4003.
It's quite far, I think, now. So let's actually switch back. We're probably to the left of it by... Yeah, let's do that one. Hopefully it will work now somewhat. Okay, we're almost at 16,000 feet. Come on, just the last climb. And then I wanna play around with some of these other features. aka see if we can do lean with turbochargers. And the way I'll do that is by going into the PMDG folder and have a quick look at what they say. DC-6 flight manuals, tutorial, introduction, and let's go and have a look. So turbo, and nothing in that one. Auto, lean maybe. Okay, still nothing. Oh yeah, you can lock or unlock the mixtures. So now they're locked basically, that's interesting.
Canadian 4003, you are off course. Turn right to heading 250 to return to course.
Oh yeah, maybe we're a bit off.
Heading
But it's a bit
250,
weird how...
Canadian 4003.
How come we are off? Oh yeah, and I realized why it's... let me see, why it is reasonable that this one is decreasing. Is it though? It is on automatic though. Well, let's try if we do the third one. Okay, carb temp causing damage to engine 3. Because they are pretty high, right? That's why. Let's get those down. And let's see again if we do engine 2. Yeah, look at the increase there. Okay, that's interesting. And now we can at least start closing, I think, the coal flaps. Or actually, the carb air is pretty cold. So we wanted to keep that a bit higher. Sorry, I was looking at the oil. At the oil temp. Okay, so that's pretty high. And that was increasing rapidly with the turbochargers. Let's see, we are following, it's looking fine. Okay, 217, let's do 216. Maybe that would work a bit better. Okay, those are now completely retracted, so that's good. And not the nicest with the land class or these sort of mountains. This is when it doesn't shine that much, unfortunately. It's pretty bland. But okay, if we're going for lean, let me see, I'm gonna bring this down quite a bit. And let me see, so if I now unlock it, push all of them to lean. How high can I push the BMEP? Let me actually check. Auto lean DC-6 P3D. We're almost at the point where we can start shutting these lights, but we're not quite there. Let me rephrase my question to Google when to auto lean. Cruising at high altitude. Let me see. Auto lean and cowls at 0. Always stick to the original. Let me see. The original Douglas charts that use BME. Let me see. Do they have any? Okay, we do have some tables from PMDG, but it looks quite hard to read. I wish it would have been in a better format. I feel like we're losing a lot of speed. Okay, let's see. Yeah, too high. Okay. Let me bring these up again. Too high for auto. Still have fuel in the alternates, that's good. Quite fun actually, just fiddling around with these, trying to understand how they work. I just wish they had like, because I think PMDG usually has pretty good manuals. Okay. Because how do you trim, let me see, PMDG DC-6, trim and BMAP. Okay, we don't need that much RPM, that's for sure. So we want to reduce throttle to around 140. I'm reading some interesting threads here. Okay, and oh, goddamn carb temp. Let me see here.
Canadian 4003 contact Edmonton Centre on 133.75.
Yeah, I'm not doing it
Center
the best
on
way still.
133.75. Canadian 4003.
Maybe the RPMs are too low.
Center Canadian 4003. Level at 16,000 feet.
Level on level. We're trying to maintain level.
Canadian
Trying to go to lean.
4003, this is Edmonton Centre, go ahead.
Still don't understand how you're supposed to do it though. Yeah, there's so much to learn, you know, with all the density, altitude, etc. All of those kind of things having an effect. But let's say I did go down to lean. Oh, well, we don't wanna shut it. Okay, so now I'm on lean. Can I now put on the turbochargers, or will this cause carb temp causing detonations? Is it saying that it's too low, maybe? You would think it's too high, or too low. Let's do another try. We'll do the third one. Okay, still damage to engine 3. Yeah, we're barely maintaining. We're really losing. Oh well. We're almost flying at the right. A bit of a discrepancy, but that's fine. Okay, we're flying in the mountains. I do hope we are high enough. I'm not sure what's the altitude requirements around this part. Oh, sorry. We don't wanna. What the hell? How to move back to desktop 1? Windows key, control, left arrow. Okay, Windows key. There we go. Goddamn. That was a new one. A lot of things happening in this session. Okay, let's see. We'll go map. Google Map will do. And then we want to check the altitude. Because I'm feeling, I have a bit of a feeling that some of these mountains are pretty tall. So we don't want to end up dying. Let me see. Let's do Mount Forbes. What's the altitude? It's at 12,000. So we should make it, but it's gonna be a bit tight. Okay, let me have a look. The RPMs are looking fine. Do we still have fuel? We still have fuel. That's good. Carb air. Maybe the oil pressure is... The fuel pressure is definitely a bit high. fuel flow relatively low. So I guess we're not using that much fuel. The cylinder heads are looking fine. Maybe we can open these a bit and check now. Still damage. Kind of immediately as well. Do we need maybe the auxiliary blower? Is that it? Let me see. Okay, so... yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Mechanically driven blower. What's an auxiliary blower? It's a motor-driven fan used to supply air to large engines. Clean, efficient combustion process. Okay, still not quite there, but okay. But yeah, look at these. Very nice looking mountains, but we will very shortly need to change the fuel select, or yeah, the tank selectors. Okay, we have the auxiliary blower on. Maybe that could have been an issue. We should have put that on earlier. Let's see if I add a bit more. We don't want to add too much BMAP. It's a long flight still. It's still 120 nautical miles. We should start descending soon, but we can definitely not do it here. I mean, look at this. We're skimming the mountain tops. And I still haven't figured out how to switch over to lean without breaking my engines. At least in a good way. Let me see. PMDG DC-6 turbocharger detonation. So it's going to add additional air to keep constant pressure. Okay. Got some, I think it was the guy who does A330 driver. He actually had some good comments about it. Maybe it's the introduction one. Let me see. Turbo. Okay, the introduction one doesn't, but definitely the tutorial one should. Oh, there's a second tutorial one. Maybe this one will give us the... Nope. But I don't want to use the flight engineer. That's cheating. I want to use the... But okay, let's say I pull these back. Can I now? Still detonations. You know what, let's just go back to auto ridge. That works. It's not the best, but at least we're not killing the engine. And we can do something around this, I think should be fine. Maybe we can bring back the prop a bit. Hopefully this will start bringing our speed back up, but let's see. What we can do, I think, is close these ones again. Yeah, now it's increasing, okay. I need to find a good manual for that. Let me just have a look. We haven't gotten any info on our descent yet, so that's a bit of a bummer. Let's see once we get that. The weather looks pretty nice though, so hopefully we can we get to see the ground and we don't crash and burn, but you never know. And we've almost been recording for 2 hours, so quite a long flight actually. Still 50 minutes to go though, so not a short one. That's fine. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's see what can we do. Hey, at least we're getting the speed back up. That's good. Now I think it's finally time to shut this ugly red light. See if we've almost gotten rid of it. Let me see, where haven't we shut it? The instrument one. Not there. That's the crazy light. There we go. Now we can take a thumbnail picture. But yeah, I need to learn the PMDG tables for this aircraft. That's gonna help a lot. But okay, at least we have some help, some assistance. So that's good. Maybe these are supposed to be on. No, it's those ones, right? Yeah, there we go. Now we're flying normally. But yeah, look at this. This is it's a bit spooky. I mean, we're not that high. Imagine having to land here. There's not gonna be much options. So I doubt you would fly this route with the DC-6 normally. You would probably fly around. At least that's my gut feeling. So if I show it here, you would probably fly here, right? I mean, look at this. It doesn't look very nice. These must be some really high tops here. But I mean, at the end of the day, we made it. We were higher than the mountains. Okay, good. I am just gonna take a quick break before I come back to do the landing. We have about, let me check, 44 minutes to go. So it's still gonna be a bit of flying left to do. 146 nautical miles in total. We lost quite a bit of time when I was flying quite slow, trying to get the lean thing to work. I'll still have to have a look at that, but that will be maybe for the next video I do with this aircraft. Lots to learn. I mean, if you wanna do it easy, just go to settings and do the AFE states. He'll be able to help you with the cruise, etc. So that's probably the best way to have it functioning correctly if you're not willing to try and learn yourself. But oh well. See you in a jiffy then.
Canadian 4003 contact Vancouver Centre on 133.6.
Center on 133.6, Canadian 4003. Center Canadian 4003, level at 16,000 feet.
Canadian 4003, this is Vancouver Centre, go ahead.
Air Canada 441, 119, 287 for Canadian Canada 441. Air Canada 607, good morning. Air Canada 400, climb level 3. Climb level 330, Canada 4. That's 364, climb level 41. Climb level 41, 0, that's 364, go direct to lava. 3 direct to lava, 164. Good morning, Jazz 160, message through 17 for flight level 230. Jazz 160, good morning, climb level 360. Flight level 360 for Jazz 160.
Okay, let's see. We still have quite a bit to go, but I think I have a plan for how to get the turbochargers working. And I think the problem is mainly because I don't have all the engines connected. So
Canadian
let's say we bring back the
4003
third engine,
contact Vancouver Centre on 134.55.
and quite a bit as well. Let's bring it back.
Center on
Something like that.
134.55, Canadian 4003.
And let's try now. And let's see what's happening.
Center Canadian 4003, level at 16,000 feet.
Canadian 4003, this is Vancouver Centre, go ahead.
Still not sure though what's causing the damage, because carb temp causing damage to engine 3.
Yeah, 401.
Let me try to... Yeah, now it's very damaged. I'm gonna repair the engine so I can continue. I really thought that was gonna be just dropping the manifold pressure. And then... I mean, putting that on, watching it stabilize. It definitely wasn't though, so... carburetor temp. But the temp doesn't need to be higher or lower. So many things to check.
Canadian 4003
Oh yeah, we need to switch
resume
soon.
navigation.
We need to switch soon enough.
Resume navigation. Canadian 4003.
Those of you who do fly the DC-6, do write please down what the correct procedure is, or link me to it. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's about dropping, but maybe, you know, I should have done it sooner. Oil pressure, free air, water pressure, we're not using the water one. Let's check what they do say though. Did we get any input on how we should fly? Nothing what I can see at least. Let's check the outside quickly. How does it look? Okay, still some mountains here and there. Ah no, I haven't fixed the camera. Let me check the advanced. So we wanna fix the transition one. And I wanna have one with the engine, but I don't wanna have it breaking through the fourth wall. This one actually looks good from the get-go. Same with this one. This one does not look good from the get-go. And it has the something like this maybe. And we'll do the same here. Something like that. And yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Fine. Okay, and let's fix this one as well. Something like this. No transition in or out. Let's fix this one so we can see the engines. Look pretty good with the PBR. Let's remove transition on that one, on this one, on this one. Yeah, there we go. Now we have some nice views at least. And they're set up. At least I know how to fix that. Okay, so soon time to switch the fuel from the alternates to the main ones. We're gonna want to get them as close to 0 as possible. That's gonna be the main thing. What do we think otherwise actually about the, you know, moving away from the volumetric back to the... I think it looks pretty good with the 2D clouds. I'm not gonna say I missed the volumetric ones, but of course it could change. Did we get the altimeter settings? Any new ones? Well, let's ask for that so we don't...
Center, Canadian 4003, say altimeter.
Say altimeter.
Canadian 4003 altimeter 3006.
Altimeter 3006, Canadian 4003.
Yeah, let's get it down. It will be very soon for us to change. You actually have the cabin here, but it's very basic. So this is more like a cabin for the outside view. It won't look good whilst you're inside, but it's gonna look good from this perspective. Okay. Yeah, otherwise looking good, looking good, looking good. Can we hide these Okay, that's nice. We don't have that in the way. Water pressure safe. Here we have resynchronized. Doesn't say what it is. This must be the crossfeed ones though. Okay, let's check. We are going down. I'm not sure how accurate these are, so that's my main fear. If they're not accurate, we might be really screwed. So what we want to do is just continue as is for now, but be prepared to turn, because we're probably gonna get some sort of approach. Actually, there must be a VOR, right? Localizer 113. Is there a VOR above? I'm gonna check actually this one, just to see if we have any sort of. We have a ADF though, 374. 374. 374. That's gonna be sufficient. 374. Let's put that in. 374.00. And let's put that into our ADF. Or actually, I don't trust that, so we'll do it manually here. Okay, so we are 3. Okay, that's how you switch. 374. And do we have? Because let's say I want to follow an ADF. So how do I do that? Oh, here we go. This must be the ADF. We're not picking it up yet, so it could be a range issue. We're supposed to fly after we reach the next point. We're supposed to fly in a heading of 188. Let's write that down. 188. Or a track of 188. Okay, good, good, good. But yeah, this is the big benefit, right? That you have kind of this changing weather landscape. You're flying kind of like an X-plane, but the X-plane looks much better. But it's like, it's not just static and then you change the weather. It's, you know, if I go left from here, the weather will be different, or if I go right, it will, you know, slowly transition. We are close to being out on the fuel, so that's good. Good news, happy days. Just for the lulz, it could be fun to check what it says here. We still have a bit of fuel in all of them. Maybe we can see it actually better doing shift. I do shift 2, maybe shift 3, shift 4. So we have around 300 in most of them. 208 in alternate tank 2, 207, 225 in alternate tank 3, 353 in alternate tank 4, and 345 in alternate tank 1. We have the most in the 1 and 4th alternate tanks, but we respectively then have the least in the main tanks in that regard. interesting. Why did those drop? Did I? Could it be the fuel maybe that's making it drop? I mean, that's a bit of a long shot, but yeah, look at that. Dropping again. 1 and 2. Doesn't make sense though. Let's push to main on 2 and 3. Did I maybe press something by mistake? The weird part is though it's number 1 and number 2 engine that was dropping, so it's not tied to my, because I have them tied like 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. But that's strange. Why would it? Oh wait, I know now. God damn it! It's because I have, for some reason, my Thrustmaster Boeing is somehow connected to, like those little thingamabobs at the bottom. And I have no clue how. I'm actually gonna check quickly if I can remove those, but I don't think. And it's this one, the TCA, but it would be an Axis assignment. We don't have anything for them. That's the weird part. Let me see if I have. Nah, nothing. Yeah, it's super strange. But yeah, no clue actually. But yeah, something to keep in mind. I always forget about it, and then, you know, I move too close to that throttle, and then I immediately hit it. It's these small little knobs at the bottom. Not sure what they're used for. Maybe it's like some very simplistic throttles. But for some reason they're picked up when I'm flying this aircraft. No clue why. Okay, still quite some ways to go. 23 minutes now. 70 nautical miles. We still haven't gotten any new inputs. So I am a bit, yeah, perplexed. Some things we can though prepare for our landing is, let me check, do we have any sort of minimum that we can put in here? Doesn't look like it, so no go. Yeah, let's push the engines a bit more. And I think we can maybe use the alternate tanks a bit longer on these. We just need to remember to change from them at some point. And relatively soon as well. We're not quite there yet, but we'll soon enough be at 0. That moon looks huge. I mean, I guess it's cool in one way, but I mean, we can zoom so much on it that it's gonna become a pixelated mess. looks a bit tinier if you really zoom out and have this sort of a zoom out perspective, then it looks better. But yeah, maybe a bit too big. Okay, 167. Have you picked up anything on our ADF? Is it even working? I think so, right? It is on 374, yes. Assuming that is still in use, or that it does exist in this sim. We can hope. Okay, we're above 2 hours now already. It's been a very long flight. It's been a pretty fun flight though, just tweaking these things. Of course, a bit of a bummer not figuring out the turbocharger, but minor inconvenience. I don't think we need auxiliary blower. Wheel well lights, maybe these are like the taxi lights. You wouldn't be able to see them now really, but I guess it would if you drop and let me remove that, but yeah, if you drop the wheels down. We have wing illumination, seat belts, we can keep those on, floodlights, entrance lights, windshield heat off. Yeah, we probably should have, because it's cold, so we need to keep that on. But yeah, here we can see, right, now we're seeing some new clouds here coming up, so there's always things happening, right? And that's the nice part with the 2D clouds. In terms of our approach, I'm just gonna assume we're gonna get the ILS to 16. Is that we know it's gonna be a 160 course.
Air Canada 691, send flight level 240, only clear start down for traffic, level 300, below is your discretion.
So I'm gonna write that down on my little whiteboard. Okay, let me just erase all the old inputs, and we need to probably change the fuel tanks now. We're getting to that point. We're really pushing it. Let's write this down first. Okay, 160 course. The localizer is at 111.3, and the minimums are at 1660. The airport altitude is at 1420. Or actually the touchdown zone is at 1409. Okay. Let's quickly check the fuel tanks. We're not there at 0 just yet. We can still push it a bit longer. 5 nautical miles until we are turning, what was it, 188? Yeah, 374, 188. 188.
Air Canada 317, contact center 12407. Air Canada 691, contact center 11977.
11977, Air Canada 691, full.
Air Canada 443, contact center 11977.
11977, Air Canada 443.
Let's see. Do.
Jet 245, flight level 360. Westjet 245, center, good morning. Aegis is now Delta, squawk new code 2223. Okay, we'll get to Delta, squawking 2223, Westjet 245.
Okay, we have passed it, so we should be turning right. I'm sorry, left actually.
Good morning, British 1790200
I will have to turn a bit more than I expected originally. Have we gotten any approach request? Let me see. Request vectors for ILS 16.
Center, Canadian 4003, request vectors for the ILS approach to runway 16 at Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey.
Have they totally forgotten about us? I hope not. Wouldn't surprise me if they have though. This is great. And now we're turning way too much.
Canadian for 003, turn right to heading 210 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 16 at Kelowna Airport. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Hey, now we're talking. Oh no, now I touched the Boeing.
Turn right to heading 210 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 16 descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Yeah, let's
Canadian
start descending.
4003.
And what did they want us to do? Turn right to 210. Maybe we can. And descend to 8,000 feet. Don't want to descend too much. Around 750 is pretty okay. In terms of manifold, do we wanna... What's the green band? It's the 20, so we can put this back quite a bit. Okay. Okay, good. We can descend a bit quicker, and we can already, I think, put on the landing light. I'm gonna forget that otherwise. So yeah, we can see them deploy here. We need to get to 8,000 feet ASAP.
Canada 402 with 294, climbing flight level 230. Canada 402, center, climb flight level 350. Climb flight level 350, Canada 402.
Okay, 210-ish. Okay, let's see, that should be perfect, right? Now we're kind of stabilized, yeah. I think we can also see here the ADF is now come alive. And we can see kind of our distance to the prior VR. But I think we already want to change to the localizer. That's going to be 1113. Sorry,
Canadian 4003,
1.
turn right to heading 215.
215, okay.
Heading 215, Canadian 4003.
Heading 215, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Route 1790, climb flight level 370.
Okay, we're gonna turn. Almost there, almost there. Almost there. I think that will do. And we wanted to change. Let's see, can we see the DME? Nothing yet, but we can change this one to 160.
Canadian 4003,
So that we
turn
are
right to heading
prepared.
220.
Heading
220.
220, Canadian 4003.
Okay, we're definitely switching back too much because we then kind of go off the path. Okay, let's see now. We are descending, not that quickly actually. 14,000, we still have ways to go.
Canadian 4003 turn right to heading 225.
Heading 225, Canadian 4003.
Let's see. I wanna keep somewhat reasonable. Heading 225. Isn't that what we are doing now? 225-ish. How do you see if this one is straight? That must be the straight one. Okay, 21, 22, 225. Feels like we're turning back left though with that.
Canadian 4003 turn right to heading 230.
230.
Heading
Need to turn
230,
more.
Canadian 4003.
The funny part with this is that we might be vectored, you know, completely off in a worst case scenario. It might be alright, of course. It's not certain, of course, that we'll be ramming into a mountain, but there's always the risk. But I wish we could have descended a bit earlier. I should have planned ahead. That's on me, to be honest. Let's
Canadian
check the values here.
4003 turn right to heading 235.
Yeah, these are gonna go up too high.
Heading 235, Canadian 4003.
Let's get these down. Heading what? Heading 235. Oh, we have turned way too much. Well, at least we're being vectored. That makes this a lot easier than it could have been. And look at that, we finally have, we are 20 nautical miles, we are way too high. Yeah, this is not good, this is not gonna work.
Canadian 4003
We wanna
turn
be at
left to heading
4,000,
205.
around 8 nautical miles.
Heading 205, Canadian 4003.
205, okay, we can try. I don't think this has
Canadian
spoilers or
4003,
anything
you are
similar.
20 nautical miles
Yeah,
north of
no,
the airport.
no spoilers.
Fly heading 205 to intercept final. Descend and
Okay.
maintain 5,500 feet cleared for ILS Yankee approach to runway 16. Contact Pinkerton Tower on 119.6.
Intercept final. Aren't we
Fly
completely off?
heading 205. Descend and maintain 5,500 feet. Cleared for ILS Yankee approach to runway 16.
5,500
Tower on
feet.
119.6, Canadian 4003.
Okay, let's turn like crazy. Come on.
Tower Canadian 4003, inbound for ILS approach runway 16.
Canadian 4003, good morning. Continue ILS to runway 16, call when established on final.
Continue ILS runway 16, will call when established on final Canadian 4003.
Let's see. Okay, we're kind of on it. How come we are climbing? They really don't want us to make this, do they? What we should do is just accept that we're not gonna make it and do some circles. We're way too far out. It's never gonna work, unfortunately. And we don't want to descend that quickly.
Number 1768, how are you today with 290 at the altimeter 2973. Number 2 calling 737.
Okay, we want to be down at 5,000.
Yeah, we checked number 2, number 1768.
We can do 7,000. Hopefully it should be enough to do maybe 2 of these spins. Let's see if this one starts increasing. 12.4. We're kind of flying now to the left of it, and then we're gonna come back in. Still above 10,000 feet. Altimeter wise, the info we got is nothing. Let's double check. 30. 10.
Street from Bell Tower today with 280 at altimeter 2973 through the last runway.
3010. Continuing our turning. 15 nautical miles. I don't think that's sufficient. The problem is you don't want to do these kind of rapid descents, because then you find yourself a bit off in terms of the energy of the aircraft. You want to be able to, you know, have the props at full, that sort of stuff, in order for go-arounds, etc. to be able to be executed. I think though it's pretty much time to switch to the mains though. That was at the kind of final moment. I could definitely have forgotten that. I mean, goddamn. How much did we have left? I just want to check for fun. Let's see. 85, 103, 199, 196. Okay, we still had plenty of gallons. Okay, we're coming back in now. Could we do it with 13 nautical miles? I still feel it would be too tight, to be honest. We could do S approach. I mean, that might not be wrong. But we're still above. We're still way above what I want us to be. So let's do one more spin. We'll do one more merry-go-around. We're kind of doing it at a perfect place here, just going round and round. And there we crossed it. But this should be the last one, as long as we can descend appropriately. Then we'll be able to fly and land. Anything else we might want to prep? Probably these fuel pumps. I'll assume at least that we want to have those ready. fuel pressure looking fine. Yeah, most things are looking okay. It's a fun aircraft to fly, this one, because it's kind of rudimental, crude, but still quite advanced. I mean, at least you can see, you know, the glide slope localized. I don't think... Or actually, I'm not certain, but does, for example, a Stratocruiser have that? Might not.
Alpha 49 will be exiting Alpha 4, plan to stay wind 70 at East Middle runway.
Or is it really not ILS? It must have an ILS, right? Or maybe it's just not showing the same way as this one. Okay, we can see now we're turning. We are soon below 8,000. And it's quite interesting, right, how we still haven't hit the cloud layer. This scares me actually quite a bit. Because what are we talking of in terms of overcast 1,300? This could mean that we won't be able to land. I mean, we have an ILS though, so we'll be able to get very close, but we can't really do an auto land. We need to see the runway at 1,660 feet. Or we need to do a go around. We have plenty of fuel to do this, but that is not what I wanna, or I think we can't do alternates. I'm not sure actually about that. Potentially we can with Canadian Xpress, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay, let's see. We're now coming back in again, and I think it's time now to try and do the approach. I still feel we are a bit off though. We're above 7,000. We're still above the glide slope as well. Yeah, I don't think we can do it. We need to go one more merry-go-around. But this will be the last one. Okay, we're gonna go below 7,000. Or could we do it? Am I seeing the glide? Nah, we're eating up those nautical miles quickly. We'll do one more go around, but one more circle, and then we'll go for it. Let me actually talk a bit here. Okay, let's see, speed is still looking a bit high. Can bring back the manifold. Increase the RPM. I do wonder what the effect will be of that. Slight speed increase, but look at that, now we're finally getting to the glide slope. That's good. That means we can tweak a bit with the descent rate, not too much but a bit. Now we're at least not lower, so that's good. Speed wise though, we can go slower, that's for sure. I'm gonna put these down a bit more. Just to hedge us a bit. And there we passed it again, but we're gonna catch up with it soon enough. We're below the glide slope now, so that's good. Let me check what's the flap limits. 174, so we do wanna slow down quite a bit. Oh, and now I did exactly what I shouldn't have done, which is push the throttles. Okay, let's see now. We're starting to get back on the path. We are slowing down, but it's taking a bit of time, as you can see. So it's good to keep in mind. Course 160. We're close to it. We want to turn a bit. We want to turn a bit more so we can get on the course or on the localizer. And now we're getting into the cloud layer, so that's great. Okay, let's go with that maybe. Maybe we can turn a bit more. Okay, but that's good. I'm gonna go flaps 20, because we're around, I would say 174, right? Now we need to descend because we get a bit of lift with the flaps. I'm gonna push it to 30 just to get okay, we need to push down more. Okay, let's see now. We'll end up high, I think, because of the flaps, unfortunately. Let's see. To turn a bit more. I think we might be catching up now with the glide slope, so let's hope.
Glacier 8216 tower. Still showing the surface wind running 09 knots on the south side
Oh
of the
no.
field, but at the threshold of 260
I butchered
2008.215, so I think
but what we can do is maybe take manual control. Try to get back on the localizer. Let's try to trim it so we, even if we're catching the glide slope, we don't want to catch it too quickly. And we can see a bit, so maybe there is a chance we will make it. I'm gonna drop the gears. That's gonna, I think we're within the, yeah, 174. Need to turn quite a bit more. Let's see. So we need to catch that localizer. This could be a bit tight. Get a bit hairy, unfortunately. Do we have windshield wipers? I think so. We don't have working rain effects, right? Oh, and now we're descending crazy. So let's not do that. Good for catching the glide slope, less good for the flying part. Okay, let's check here, and we want to turn right. And let's get it up a bit. We are descending way too fast. We're even going below the glide now. Now we need to turn.
188 on final 26 right. Jazz 188 tower, third land, runway 26 right. Third land 26 right, Jazz 188.
Turn like crazy. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're kind of there in terms of the localizer at least. We're a bit to the right of it, so not the best. Glide slope though, we're way too low. So I'm gonna try to, at least we're seeing the ground. So small victory. But yeah, let's try to not go too low. Okay, there we have the runway, so we should be able to do this. Let's see. Can we say that we're established on final?
Tower, Canadian 4003 established on final
Somewhat at
runway
least.
16.
Well, yeah, that was a bit risky. I mean, look at the
Canadian
surrounding area.
4003 winds
could
are
have
155
ended up
at
in one of
6
the
knots.
mountains.
Runway 16 cleared to land.
Clear to land.
Runway 16 cleared to land. Canadian
let's trim
4003.
a bit more. We got landing clearance, that's good. The aircraft before us has left the runway. Technically we're not on minimum, so I mean we didn't do anything wrong. We just did a bit of a non-stabilized approach, to be honest. And yeah, it was lucky that we did it at the place where we did it. Okay, let's see. Now we're of course getting too high. Can we get back on the... Get back on the glide slope, come on. Well, luckily it's pretty easy to descend. It's like a brick when you have all the flaps etc. out. It's not really gaining too much speed. Okay, let's see. Okay, so far so good. I think we have everything set as we wanted it to be set. Oh, there is some weird elevation here going on, so something to keep in mind. Okay, trimming. Let's see, we'll add a bit of left rudder. Yeah.
Canadian
There we go.
4003 exit runway when able. Report clear of active.
Oh, I don't think we had all the gears down. But okay, good enough I would say. This was a long flight. A bit hairy at the end as well. I think the problem is that if you're gonna capture the localizer, maybe you can't be turning as aggressively as I was with the autopilot. That might have been the issue. I would assume so at least. Maybe we can open these fully again now that we're on the ground. We'll turn here, we'll taxi and I guess park just at the first best gate, and then we'll just watch the replay and shut down. For today, we're not going to talk anymore to Pilot CDC. I think we can close that. Then we'll just get to our gate. Maybe there is one here at the... Yeah, maybe we can do this one. 4A. Why not? It's the quickest one. I mean, technically we can't really park at a jetway serve the gate, but we'll do it this time. Exception. Okay. Braking. Maybe we can park like this. Parking brake set. Maybe we can ask the... Let me see. After landing, parking. Maybe we can do that. Cutting engines. So what's he doing? Is he cutting them or is he... Yeah. Okay, there we go. All engines are cut. We can check touchdown rate 146, pretty good. Total distance 352 nautical miles, pretty long flight. We didn't fly with the Connie, but that's the option we had here in the CXA cars system. So I'm gonna stop log, save log. Okay. There we go. I will close it. And then what will I do next? I'll close the doors. I think I don't want them showing. Let me see, can we close this main one so we can watch the landing? There we go. Okay. Analysis. Let's do a landing. Maybe a bit too far back. We can do 2.6, I think. It's gonna give us, or 2.8 maybe, on the safe side. Yeah. Yeah, the engines are gonna take damage now. Because it's not really... doesn't really work too well with the replay function, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we did right. We used left rudder. Let me just see. Yeah, we used it. Maybe not enough. Actually, pretty okay. But I'm gonna assume we didn't. Yeah, we didn't flare enough. We kind of got down on all the. And then you get this. This weird stabilization issue, right? Where we're basically flying on one side, or not flying, but taxiing, landing on one side. But okay, good enough, good enough. I'll do all the preps, top up engines, etc. That's fine. We'll unpause. And yeah, with that said, pretty interesting flight. Please feel free to leave comments on how to handle the turbochargers and all of those things, blowers and autolean. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Unfortunately, Google's AI overview couldn't help me with getting that working, so I'm gonna trust you guys. Oh, and look at this weird mesh again. Flying buildings. Always a bit of a bummer. But good. Let me see. No active. Yeah, I know there's no active work step. Okay, status maintaining. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's just this green thing. Not sure what it's trying to do, but I'll move it up here. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and have a good rest of the day. Bye bye.